That's Teddy Roosevelt. And Teddy Roosevelt was a big proponent of boxing, and Teddy Roosevelt, in his autobiography, talked about boxing at Harvard and how that was one of the more important experiences for him at Harvard. My name's Doug Yaffe. I'm the boxing coach at Harvard. I've been the coach for 10 years. I took over the previous coach, Tommy Rawson, who was a very dear friend of mine. He called me and asked me to take his place. And initially I said, well, I would do it just to transition him out, and I started doing it, and I loved it, and I've been doing it for the last 10 years.
My name is George Hagerman. I'm a senior in the class of 2012, and I concentrate in government. The thing that's different as a captain or as a president is you spend a lot of your time training the beginners and doing various administrative tasks. So you don't get to do as much boxing, but you get to help others learn boxing. So it's a different kind of enjoyment. Well, I got into it because I wanted to learn self-defense. I think that's why most people get into it, but that's not really why I stayed. I stayed because it gives you something, it pushes you in a way that classes never can. Physically, it's obviously very challenging, very strenuous, but mentally, you don't get the feeling really anywhere else. The feeling of going into a tiny little ring, going up against a guy who's trying to knock you unconscious, and you're trying to defend yourself for 2 minutes at a time. You don't really get that feeling anywhere else, and you don't really get the feeling of accomplishment after you accept that challenge and come out whole on the other side. You don't get that anywhere else. So. Well, one of the best parts about the boxing club is Coach Doug Yaffe. He really is a great guy. He keeps the club going. He's been with us for I think 20 years now. Before him, there was Coach Tommy Rawson, who was with us for 50 plus years. But Coach Doug Yaffe is great. He helps us become better boxers, and he's somewhat of a father figure to all of us. He tells great stories. He really makes us into not only better boxers, but better people as well.